So, this is my Artist's Way recollections of week 6 and 7. 6 and 7 were about abundance and connection, and I think especially having or experiencing a breakup throughout this process, and then having to read prompts and have to recontextualize my mind to be like, no, even though there is this loss, there's still great abundance, or even though there is this loss, there is still connection. I think week 6 was hard, but it was good because it showed me a lot of truths and exposed me to who people truly are, or even if it's not who someone truly is, exposing the types of actions that I don't want to accept or condone. I think also one of the tasks for week 6 was about acceptance, and it was practice saying yes to freebies, and I realized the amount of times where I accepted people reaching out to me, or I accepted people's attempts to show their love and their care for me. It was more worthwhile in the end because I was able to see how strong of a support system I have around me and have built around me so far. 6 was affirming, and I think with 7 being abundance, I think I was just riding the high from week 6, that when things didn't necessarily go my way in week 7, I started feeling lost, and I still feel lost right now. Monday of week 8, I think during week 6 I had all these expectations for what life was going to be immediately after things got settled with the breakup, and then over the course of week 7, even though I was still continuing to have this support from my support system, and I was continuing to see the steps towards getting to a new chapter of life. I think once the dust settled, realizing that there was still so much that still needed to be worked on, and so much that had barely been started. So that created just a sense of overwhelm within me, and I think abundance, while positive, I think being reminded of the amount of things that have yet to be started, or the things that have yet to be finished, that in itself felt not more scary, but it was it was a different type of scary than just being along for the ride, with how the end of my relationship was going, or being along for the ride with, trying to, like, make the end of a relationship as easy as possible. I don't know. I feel like the sense of overwhelm now is to a point where I am finding it hard to figure out what happens next and what I do from here. Week 8 is about, like, developing strength or recovering a sense of strength. But I think my mind has just been so thrown about over the past couple of weeks that, like, while I was reading week 8, in preparation for the week ahead, I was just, like, only pointing out the pieces of writing that I thought were, like, stupid, or, like, the phrasing that like, pissed me off, which is, like, a good thing to note within myself and, like, my resistance. I know this week's gonna be hard, especially because it's, like, the week before my finals. I had set the goal previously during the Artist's Way where I'm going to pass this block, and I did well on my midterm, but I think now that things are more settled, overcoming the numbness and the fatigue of just trying to be okay is, it's just gonna be challenging. So, I'm working on it. I'm gonna do what I can. I do think that now that I'm more, like, settled and I have a space where I can just exist, by myself, I can really get back into self-reflection. I took a break from writing my morning pages because I was just kind of out of the apartment while things were getting settled. I had ran out of space in, like, the little mini journal that I keep in my purse, but I did get a new journal to hopefully have a safer space to develop my thoughts in. I started writing down things that I want to do in the year ahead. I want to start doing OMM research, and I want to get an award at commencement for said research. I want to organize a tour. I want to open a gallery showing. I want to write a full album, shoot a music video, and start doing dinner, like, show fundraisers, and perform for more people in, like, my school environment, and be more willing to connect the performing arts side of myself with the student side of myself. Baby steps have been taken for all these things. and I am excited about all these things happening. I think recovering my sense of excitement for life is going to be really crucial. And trying to do that in the context of a final coming up feels difficult. But I know that I have a support system that I can rely on and reach out to. So, yeah, I'm going to do what I can.